Welcome to our offices. This is where we hang out. This is where all this stuff happens relative to the program. So we're located in the Center for Grassland Studies, which houses the PGA Golf Management Program and then some other majors like grazing livestock systems, management, grassland ecology, things like that. So these are all of our offices here. So this is where you'd come if you need to visit with us to do some academic advising or to just talk about the golf industry. So here we'll turn the lights on. This is the student room. So the PGA Golf Management Student Room is a space that's open exclusively for the use of students in the program. It's a popular spot to hang out, study, work on group projects. We've got a library of materials there that you can see that the students use. We keep some maps up to date. We do hold seminars in this room as well. So we'll do a lot of things with the PGA of America and some of their seminars that they offer for students. So those happen right here in this room. And if you see over here in the window, we got some plant science lab projects going on. So there's always a lot going on in this room. Some flags that we've collected from various internship sites around the world. And then our current map, the hard copy version of the maps, which are available online, showing where our alumni are, where internships have happened recently. And things like that. So some pretty cool stuff. So that's the student room in a nutshell. All right, so if you come with me, we'll go out this door and we're going to go down into our lab space next. So one of the nice things, students in the program, everybody gets their end card. And then you can see these readers on the door here. All students have their end cards programmed to be able to gain access to the lab spaces. Get the lights going in here real quick. And then you can see our lab space. So our labs feature, this particular lab right here is our simulation lab. And it features 2 golf simulators. Now these are both full swing golf simulators. There's more than 50 golf courses on each one. They're the same. This one on the right-hand side here often serves as a class space for us when we're talking about golf instruction, teaching, and learning. So we can see ball flight. We have the TV screen so that we can see what's going on. Ion cameras, launch monitor technology inside, all built in, so we can see everything that's happening. This side also is hooked up with video analysis equipment from JC Video, all piped into a computer. So this is a really popular area, especially when the weather is kind of down. This space between the 2 simulators is a popular spot for students to store bags inside the lab while they're here. Moving over to this side, this is another simulator. It's the same as the first one. There's no video analysis in this one. This is kind of our spillover bay. But that one gets a lot of use when we're working on group teaching and things like that. And then also the Dream Green putting surface that we have that students can use. That's actually adjustable, so we can make it uphill, downhill, and add all sorts of different breaks to it. There's like 500,000 different 9-foot putt configurations that can be created on the Dream Green. So again, the sim space is really popular. Now when students are on campus and it is getting a lot of utilization, one of the things that we have students do is utilize we have an online reservation system called 4Ts. 4Ts is a popular system used in private clubs in the industry. So students get exposure to that system, and then they can also use that system to book their space in these labs and know that before they come into the lab that space will be theirs to use. And that there's not going to be class in there or other people using the simulators when they want to use them, things like that. So this is our simulation lab, and next we'll go over to our teaching lab. All right, so a quick walkthrough next. As we leave the simulation lab, we'll go into our teaching lab, which is a custom-built, one-of-a-kind space fleshed out with technology that's specific to the golf industry, sort of a one-of-a-kind golf technology collection. So we'll back up here so you can kind of see everything. So this is our lab space. The back side of the lab here is dedicated to golf equipment, club repair, alteration technologies. So anything we could want to do to a golf club can be done in this room. Everything from re-gripping to bending. And we're even working on ordering stamping equipment. So if you want to custom stamp some wedges, that can be done in this room. Equipment testing. So we got a couple different fitting carts. There's one in the other room you may have seen there from Ping. That one's a Mizuno full up-to-date fitting cart that students have access to so they can try that equipment out. And then the hitting area. So within the hitting area, we actually have 3 different launch monitor technologies that we'll utilize, including the TrackMan, which is one of the more popular ones in the industry. We also have the Flight Scope unit and a Foresight GC Quad. The benefit, we're one of the only labs that's going to have all 3 of those all in one place. The benefit of having all 3 is that students, when they enter the industry, no matter which particular technology is present at their location, they'll have experience with it and know how to use it. So that's why we've collected all 3 of those technologies specifically. A couple of the other things we have something called the Focus Band system. Focus Band's an electroencephalogram. It actually hooks up with the Flight Scope launch monitor and gives us EEG data on players' brainwaves before, during, and after their swing. We've done some research projects with that. We have a body track, which is force and pressure underfoot during the golf swing to measure vertical ground reaction forces as well as pressure displacements and pressure traces, so we can see what's happening to the ground underneath the player as they play golf. So we have those. We have 2 different 3D systems. One is a K-Vest 3D system, uses 3 sensors on the body to generate a 3D model of the golf swing that's viewable from any angle and gives us graphs on kinematic sequence and then the kinematics of how the body moves. We have another version of that technology, which is the MySwing Professional 3D system. Same type of technology, but instead of 3 sensors, it uses 17 sensors plus 1 on the club to give you a really good full 3D model of the golf swing viewable from every angle, including the club, which can be really useful in determining how the player's moving and making measurements of their body movement. So we have those. We have a few different camera systems here. So we've got these cameras that are standing on pylons here. These are the same as in the other room where we have the JC video equipment. That JC video system is 100% autonomous. So once you get it set up, it uses a microphone on the hitting mat to hear impact, syncs swings together from multiple angles, however many cameras you have plugged in, and then plays them back on a TV screen for you in slow motion so that you can see what's going on with the golf swing. Once the playback is over, the system resets and you can hit another ball and repeat the process without ever touching the computer. If you want something that's a little faster video, a little more high-end, we use this camera over here. This is the Phantom V210 camera. So there's on our channel here, on our YouTube channel, there are plenty of examples where we've used the Phantom to capture golf swings from players here on campus to PGA Tour players as well. So we've gathered a lot of that information. We can look at swings in very slow motion. The camera typically will film full swings at 1,000 frames per second. iPhone slow motion currently sits at 240 frames per second, so we're about 4 times as slow to slow things down. And we can go at full resolution with that camera up to 2,200 frames per second. Just to give you an idea, it takes generally more than 3 to 3.5 minutes to watch a full golf swing from start to finish, so it's that slow. For some of the other projects we do, we've ramped frame rate up beyond that. If we cut resolution, we can go faster. When we look at impact collision in our upper level classes, we'll put the camera between 7,000 and 10,000 frames per second and film that collision. We get 12 to 15 frames of ball club face contact, so we can see things start to change. We can see the club move with that collision, and there's just no other way to get that data. So that's a sample of our technology here in the lab. So hopefully you've enjoyed this little tour, and hopefully we'll see you on campus soon.